You will not find a more relentless and bloodthirsty pirate than Big Mom. She is obsessed with creating a world in her image, and everyone that crosses her path is just a stepping stone. So it's only right that she has the Soru no Mi devil fruit. And today, we're going to give it a grade ranging from A to F. But like always, we evaluate the power and then the user. Now this fruit grants you one of the most wicked abilities in One Piece, and that is the power to remove someone's soul and place it into an inanimate object, creating an entire new being called homies, which quickly become your servant, meaning you can create an entire army just by snatching the souls of other people. But it doesn't stop there, because you can completely take a person's life or only a portion, as long as the person has some level of fear towards you. Also, the user can add a portion of their soul into their own body, such as their bones, in order to command them to fix themselves, which to me is absolutely mind-blowing. Also, the more powerful the person, the stronger their soul will be when it's removed and transformed into a homie. And to make matters worse, the creations can have powers of their own, such as fire or the ability to transform into a weapon, which gives the user a breathtaking array of attacks. But the crowning jewel of this devil fruit is the ability to summon your own soul, which appears as a giant ghoulish creature who can deliver a frenzy of attacks. And in One Piece, this is basically a life-ending attack for anyone who chooses to go up against her. But a fruit is only as good as its user, and Big Mom is on a genius level, even though she mistakenly got the devil fruit by consuming her stepmother. But putting that to the side, her real power comes from her intimidation, because she can only activate soul or life by scaring you. So she utilizes her giant imposing size on everyone, and it is highly effective. Also, by creating allies through her ability and the collection of husbands who she quickly discards, she was able to build an entire country loyal to her, making an invasion of her territory almost impossible. But her biggest weakness is her greed for food and giant ego, which, as most of you know, have had very negative consequences. So when it comes to giving this fruit a grade, I'm going to give it an A-, because it gives you the ability to create your own army while also giving you the ability to quickly heal yourself, but your creations can be convinced to betray you if you're not around. And if you bump into someone who does not fear you, it's impossible to steal their soul. Former Admiral Kuzan is a twisted soul with one of the most destructive powers, and in some cases, his abilities reach God tier level. So it's only fitting that he has the Hiya no Mi, also known as the Ice fruit. But today, we're going to give it a grade ranging from A to F. And like always, we evaluate the power and then the user. Now, as the devil fruit's name implies, it allows you to become an Iceman, which means you're able to freeze objects around you, including the ground people walk on. And as you can imagine, that's an extreme advantage if you can't get your footing while fighting someone this powerful. Also, when used on an extreme level, it can permanently change the atmosphere and create a snowy wasteland. Also, this fruit allows you to manipulate your own body using ice, so you can avoid taking damage from powerful enemies, but it does take time to put yourself back together. Furthermore, this fruit grants you the craziest attacks, and that is the ability to freeze everyone solid who comes in contact with you. So it's almost as if everybody would have to fight you from a distance. And to add insult to injury, the user of this fruit can also create ice objects and utilize them as projectiles. So this can leave you in a situation where you're playing defense constantly, and you know it's only so long you can continue doing that. Also, you're granted with the ability to move super fast when you change into your ice form, so it's almost as if you're never at a disadvantage. I mean, even if they try to toss you into water, which is usually the weakness of a devil fruit, you can freeze that entire portion of the ocean before hitting it, or you can utilize it as an escape route. But we all know that a power is only as good as its user. And family, Kuzan is an absolute master, because he constantly displays high IQ tactics, such as ice spears to attack his enemies at a distance, or in probably one of the most creative cases in One Piece, creating a new limb after losing it in battle. I mean, this man is so strong, Blackbeard and his crew couldn't even come close to taking his devil fruit, to the point that they had to negotiate a deal with him. And remember, his devil fruit isn't even awakened yet. So when it comes to giving this particular devil fruit a grade, it gets the prestigious award of an A+. Because your defense is almost impenetrable, your offense is world level devastating, and your ability to escape is on a whole nother level. Baby 5 is a mixture of explosive personalities which are constantly fluctuating. So she rightfully has the Buki Buki no Mi. And today we will be giving this devil fruit a grade ranging from A to F. But first we evaluate the power, then the user. Now first, the devil fruit grants you the ability to change your body parts into weapons. And the variations seem endless. So you can change yourself into a sword or go completely wild and turn yourself into a Gatling gun. Also, you do not take damage in your weapon form. So you can explode or break as a sword and still form back together. But if any of your original body is showing, it could be hit and that can hurt you. But the most impressive ability is to change yourself into a rocket, which creates a devastating long-range attack that most characters wouldn't be able to avoid. But no matter how powerful this devil fruit is, it comes down to the user. And Baby 5 is an emotional train wreck, and this stems from her mother calling her useless as a child. So she's clingy and overcompensates by helping everyone, even her enemies. And because of this, she is vulnerable to manipulation, which leads to her becoming disappointed and losing control. And this could make her unleash uncoordinated attacks. So when it comes to giving this devil fruit a grade, I'm going to give it a C-, because it has incredible flexibility and versatility, but leaves parts of your body too vulnerable. And the user is poor emotionally, but it's definitely an okay devil fruit. King of the Beast Kaido is a walking, talking natural disaster who only knows destruction and war. So the Uo Uo no Mi model Sirio is the ultimate match. So today we'll be giving it a grade ranging from A to F. But like always, we evaluate the fruit's ability and then the user. Now first, this mythical devil fruit allows you to transform into a massive dragon that is so large that it rivals a small town. And with that transformation comes a multitude of benefits and abilities. One being extremely tough skin, which makes it very difficult for someone to cut into you or be able to physically damage you. Now second is the ability to fly, so almost no location is off limits to you. And an added bonus is blast breath, which allows you to rain fire on your enemies. But to add insult to injury, the devil fruit also allows you to go into a hybrid form, which is smaller and more compact. But you're still 5 times larger than the average person. And this allows you to move a lot faster, but still keep heavy destructive power. And just in case you were wondering, you still keep the strong scaly skin. Also, you'll be able to create flame clouds with this devil fruit, which means you can fly people around or an entire island if you needed to. But as you know, just because you have a powerful devil fruit doesn't mean you know how to use it correctly. But family, this is not the case, because Kaido from the very start was raised in a war-torn country, and growing up all he knew was fighting, which made him one of the strongest men walking this planet at a young age. But the best part about him is his knowledge of the world and how power controls and corrupts people. So that fruit was definitely a match made in heaven, but we have to give it a grade. So family, just like that other legendary fruit we talked about a couple videos ago, this one gets an A+, because you have enough power to crack the sky open, enough defense to avoid any damage, and probably some of the greatest collection of attacks. So this is one I definitely eat, and I promise life would be good. Marco the Phoenix can give you life or bring you pain and destruction, so it's only right he has the Tori Tori no Mi model Phoenix. And believe me when I say this devil fruit is no joke. So today, we're going to give it a grade ranging from A to F. And like usual, we start with the abilities and then discuss the user. Now, as the name implies, this mythical devil fruit allows you to change into a giant phoenix which is covered in flames. And in this particular form, you're capable of flying at very high speeds, which means enemies will be unable to keep up with you or in some cases reach you. Also, you'll have the ability to blast flames at people, and even though they don't burn like traditional fire, they hit like a solid projectile and can cause heavy damage. Also, in your transformation form, you'll have talons that can rip and slash through enemies. And just like some other mythical fruits, you can go into a human hybrid form, which makes portions of your body phoenix-like, while still maintaining most of your human form. But the best part about this fruit is the healing properties that it grants you, called the Flame of Resurrection. And believe me, this is impressive because you'll be able to automatically heal your body from any attack, almost to the point that it looks like things are going through you. So you are basically immune to bullets, cannons, and sword slashes. And if your enemy has a unique powerful attack, you can use your wings as defense. Also, you can cover other people in the healing flames, but it won't be as effective as when you use it on yourself, which is fine due to the fact that you can actually spread it across your entire team. So you would most likely be the most important person in a pirate crew. Now, when it comes to the user Marco, he is extremely level-headed and cool under pressure, which actually makes him a natural-born leader, even though he served as a crew member on Whitebeard's ship. Also, he's a talented doctor, and this devil fruit helps enhance that. So when it comes to giving this devil fruit a grade, I'm going to give it a B+, because it lacks extremely powerful offensive attacks, but you can never overlook the healing ability, the speed, and that phenomenal transformation. So this is a fruit that I bet everyone would love to have. Now let me know what grade you'd give it, and when you're done doing that, click on that video that just popped up, and I will see you on the next one.